Ready? Go ahead and bring in the first case. Go to Santos. Turn your phone off. Aaron. Mr. Heron, would you turn your camera on, please? We're on the record in 24 CCR 240608, State of Texas versus Darian Heron. Ms. Day, give me an update.
Judge, I spoke with Ms. Hicks yesterday regarding the offer that she had made on this case. I need a little bit of more time to discuss it with my client and maybe make a counter offer. But I think we're going to get somewhere on this one, Judge.
Your last status conference. Next court date is pretrial conference on August 21st.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you're able to resolve it beforehand and you need a plea date, just contact my coordinator.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go back top of the docket. Mr. Heron, you're free to go.
All right, yes, sir.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 241278, State of Texas versus Noe Marquez Guerrero. Let me get the interpreter to raise his right hand to swear him in. You solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We're here for a status well, actually, let me back up. You're here on a motion for travel, but it's my understanding also that the defendant has entered into a PTI as well. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tengo entendido de que ha entrado también un PTE y también un permiso para poder viajar. Sí, su señoría.
Okay. Go ahead and present your arguments for the motion for travel. I've reviewed the motion. I do have one question, but proceed.
Por favor, proceda con la moción para el viaje. Yo la he visto, pero por favor, ponga su moción.
Yes. Your Honor, the defendant moved to this court to request permission to travel to Texarkana from the date of today until July 3rd for work purposes.
Entonces, señoría, ha pedido hacer un viaje, el acusado aquí, para poder viajar a Texarkana a partir del día de hoy y que regresaría, I'm sorry, July what?
3rd.
Julio 3.
Yeah, this travel will be for work purposes, and so he has complied with all the conditions imposed to this to him.
Este sería por trabajo y todas las condiciones las ha cumplido.
He
Let's
will,
start here.
yeah.
My question is he transporting it daily where he drives to Texarkana and then drives back?
Mi pregunta es, ¿él va a ir todos los días y regresar todos los días?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
Es lo que entiendo, su señoría.
So he'll essentially be in the jurisdiction of Fort Bend County every single day. He's just traveling outside the state for a brief or outside the state for a brief period of time.
Entonces, él está saliéndose del estado por un pequeño, pero la jurisdicción de Fort Bend County es donde él estaría domiciliado.
That is correct.
Eso es correcto.
Now, your proposed dates on your motion, obviously the first date has passed and it says through June 28th, but you stated July 3rd. Has that changed then?
Entonces hay acá bueno, obviamente el día de hoy ha pasado, pero estamos aquí con respecto a una fecha de junio 28, es lo que originalmente veo, pero entonces ahí hoy acaba usted de declarar julio 3 y por lo tanto esto ha cambiado.
I apologize, Your Honor. Yes, I mean, the motion stated June 28th. I just considering my request based on that, the motion is here today.
Entonces, mi pedido está basado en la moción que he puesto hoy, pero sí, originalmente estábamos hablando de junio 28.
State, do you have a position?
Estado, ¿cuál es su posición?
Yes, Your Honor, the state defers to the court in this matter. State would like to point out that the destination which the defendant is traveling to is the same destination in the defense's previous motion, which is granted by the court.
Entonces, el Estado deja esto en manos del juez, pero la moción original tenía esa misma destinación en la que se encuentra sobre el pedido anterior.
As well as the time period, which was around 30 days, is
Y también el tiempo que estamos hablando, que era alrededor de 30 días.
a similar time period in the previous motion as well.
Y que estamos ahora hablando de tiempo superior a la moción original anterior.
Additionally, in this recent motion,
Entonces, esta nueva moción,
the defense has complied with the court's order in the previous motion to include a time which the defendant must report back to.
entonces en esta moción estamos hablando de la misma fecha en que él tiene que volver a reportarse y todos los factores han sido cumplidos por la defensa.
That's all, Your Honor.
Eso es todo, su señoría.
All right, I'll go ahead and grant your motion and allow him to travel to Texarkana through June 28th.
Entonces voy a otorgar la moción y autorizo de que viaje a Texarkana hasta junio 28.
Anything further, Mrs. Estrada?
Nothing further.
¿Alguna otra cosa más? Nada más, señor Estrada.
All right, then you're free to go.
Ok, está libre para poder retirarse.
Thank you.
Gracias. Am I free to go, Your Honor?
We've got one more.
Okay.
Go ahead. Lopez Gomez. Aura Lucrecia Lopez Gomez. Right there.
Dice,
I'm present on that, Judge.
All
yo
right.
me encuentro aquí
Fine.
presente, su señoría.
Right up to the podium, ma'am.
Señora, vaya directamente ahí sobre el podio.
Okay. All right, Ms. Moreno, if you would give me an update on the case, please pause every few sentences or so to allow for translation or interpretation.
Señora Moreno, por favor, cada frase o un par de frases, por favor, si puede cortar para poder permitir la traducción.
My client's been offered retail theft diversion program,
Mi cliente ha sido ofrecido el programa de saber no estar robando,
but she does not want to do that.
pero ella no quiere hacer eso.
So, with that being said, I don't know what else the state's willing to offer or if it's a trial setting that we need.
Entonces, habiendo dicho eso, yo no sé qué decir, yo no sé qué es lo que necesitaríamos hacer y qué va a poder ofrecer el Estado.
All right, well, we've got a pretrial on 8/21, August 21st, and trial on September 9th. But I don't,
Tenemos una audiencia el 21, una audiencia prejuicio el 21 y después septiembre 9 en donde tenemos una fecha para el juicio.
but State, do you have anything you'd like to add to the conversation?
Estado, ¿tiene usted algo más para añadir a esta conversación?
This is the first time the state has heard that the defendant rejects the offer for retail theft diversion program.
Esta es la primera vez que nosotros escuchamos de que la acusada aquí no quiere participar en el curso de saber no estar involucrada con robos.
The state will staff the matter with its chief and will correspond accordingly with defense counsel.
Y entonces vamos a hacer una reunión con nuestros superiores para ver qué es lo que vamos a hacer y de ahí vamos a hablar con la abogada de la defensa.
All right, we all continue to negotiate, and if you come to a resolution beforehand, please let the court know.
Entonces, por favor, continúen negociando y si vienen a una resolución antes de esas fechas, por favor, déjenmelo saber.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Yes.
Ms. Moreno. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you.
Gracias, señora Moreno. Usted y su cliente puede retirarse. Gracias.
Thank you. Appreciate your assistance today. You're free to go. I don't believe we have anyone else for interpretation.
Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Santos. On the record, 24 CCR 240-574, State of Texas versus Dania Santos. Mr. Darnell, give the court an update.
Yes, sir. We've so the offer right now is the state will dismiss her case once she has an eligible license and 6 months of insurance. She does have the insurance and her license, I believe, is going to be valid within the next few weeks. The only thing that was holding her up was an SR-22 that she has got and has been mailed off to DPS. It's just once their system updates, then I can send that to DAs and they will dismiss her case.
So you should wrap this case up in the next 3 weeks then.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, if not, we'll see you back on August 21st for pretrial.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, Judge. Thank you.
You're free to go.
Thank you, sir.
Naciancino. On the record, 24 CCR 240-549, State of Texas versus David Naciancino. Mr. Cox, why don't you give the court an update?
Can you hear me, Judge?
Dan?
Okay, hold on. For some reason I couldn't, you were speaking and nothing was happening. Okay. Update is prosecutor, I don't have an offer from the prosecutor. I've been emailing her. Said she was trying to reach the complainant. Explained the complainant has filed pretty detailed affidavit explaining things, and so she said she would take a look at it. She was just emailing me that. That's it.
That's correct, Your Honor. There is an AMP on file. It is a typed AMP. The state had not previously put an offer on it because it had not made contact with the complainant. The complainant is Spanish speaking. However, we have made attempts and left voicemails. I will continue to document the attempts, but it's my understanding that if I am able to do a RIP and contact this complainant, it will be dispositive. And then if I am not able to, it would also be dispositive.
She's right, Judge.
Okay, well, hopefully it's resolved by the next setting. I'll see you back on 8/21. We'll
Okay.
maybe. Thank you. You're free to go. All right, Guerrero. Guerrero, you turn your camera on. Thank you. We're on the record, 24 CCR 240-886, State of Texas versus Marcus Guerrero. Mr. Torres, go ahead and give the court an update.
Yes, sir, Judge. Good afternoon. So Mr. Guerrero has accepted an offer by the state. What I'd like to do is set this for a plea on Friday, June 20th, if that's okay with you, Judge.
Yeah. Can we have another? Do you have, well, I'll give you some dates. Hold on. That's not going to work. What about next Tuesday, the 10th?
Yeah, Judge. So Tuesday the 10th, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 clients that morning, Judge, and that's kind of the position I'm in. For this Friday, I've got 6. Tuesday, I've got 5. The 13th, I've got 5. So I'm just trying to make it workable where I can kind of, you know how it goes, Judge. I'm just trying to be in all the places at once. But like I said, the
27th.
Say it again.
I could put you on the 27th.
The 27th, Judge, I'll be out of state on vacation. And the 20th, the only reason I suggested the 20th, Judge, is I'm the AOD in your court that day, so I'll be there anyway.
Well, maybe just one. I'm at a conference that day, and it's going to be a very light docket that morning. It points out. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to accommodate you for the 20th. How about the
Okay.
27th?
Well, like I said, Judge, the 24th through the 27th, I'll
Yeah,
be
you're
out
out
of.
27th. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. It's okay.
How about the 8th, July 8th?
July 8th? Let me see, Judge. Uh, I can do, yes, sir, Judge. July 8th, is good.
It's gonna be at 1:30.
July 8th at 1:30. Yes, sir.
All right. You're set for a plea on that day. We'll see you
Yeah.
then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I should have one more.
1 second, we'll get to you.
Yes, sir.
We're on the record in 24 CCR 240703, State of Texas versus Mason Cole Rutherford. Mr. Torres.
Yes, sir, Judge. So the state and I are actively engaging in exchanging information. I've talked to Mr. Rutherford yesterday and again today. What I'm trying to do is put forth some information that should help resolve this case more amenable to both sides. So I've talked to the state as recently as yesterday by email. So we're trying to resolve it, Judge.
State.
Yes, Your Honor. That is inaccurate statement. As what happened, we have been in communication. We are waiting on the defense to talk to an department manager before we move on further with the case.
Okay. Well, if y'all don't get it resolved, I'll see you back on 8/21.
Yes, sir, Judge.
Thank you. You're free to
Thank
go.
you, sir. Thank you.
Straka. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I need y'all to come up here so I can swear y'all into the paperwork.
Mr. Straka, if you would turn your camera on, please. We're on the record in 24 CCR 242243, State of Texas versus Stephen Taylor Estraka. Mr. Hunter, you give the court an update.
The state has made us a TRAS offer for a PTI judge. We have requested a date and haven't heard back, but I'm sure that'll be in the next couple of days, and we'll just move forward with it.
Okay, well, you've got a little bit of time. Next status is going to be on August 7th. Hopefully it's resolved by then.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
If you may. Thank you.
Before you hang up, I had lunch with Judge Childers, and he said to be just sure to tell you hello.
Oh, thank you. Tell him hi for me as well.
Thank you, Judge. Bye.
Nowlin. Okay, move on next case then.
If I may approach briefly. There's an updated discovery log that
On Nowlin, on now, both now, we'll deal with that in a second when defense counsel shows up. Frederick Matega.
Yes, Judge. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're on the record in 24 CCR 239347, State of Texas versus Frederick Matega. Go ahead, counselor.
From the negotiations. A little time, but I believe by the next setting, we should have something.
Next setting's your pretrial conference. Okay. State, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Thank y'all for the update. You're free to go. Hernandez. Yours, Juan Hernandez. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240766, State of Texas versus Juan Jose Hernandez Jr. It's more, go ahead.
We just received discovery on this, Judge. I think you had someone else on it and you appointed me. It seems straightforward to me. I've addressed the issue that I have with complaint that's on file with the state, and so I don't know if they're gonna take a look at it and they're gonna do it, or either be ready for trial or they'll be responding.
All right, well, you got pre-trial on 8/21, but then I'm gonna see you back on June 10th as well, it looks like. Is that correct?
For a motion to revoke.
Motion on that. It's not, I don't see it as a part of.
It's a violation of court probation.
Or.
They should have sent you a copy.
So-
Well, you're new on the case, so they may have not sent you a copy. Can we get probation center a copy? You'll get one. Yeah.
Anything?
No, you're free to go. Thank you. Alan. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240856, State of Texas versus Darnell Allen. Mr. Leonard, if you give the court an update on the case.
Yes, Judge. At this point, we're still expect to go to trial, and I believe we have our pretrial conference set for
August 21st.
August 21st. Yes, Judge.
Okay. State.
This is news to me, but state will be ready for trial.
Okay. Thank you for the update. We'll see you on August 24th, excuse me, for the pretrial conference.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all are free to go. Shaw. And attorneys what? Oh, on Zoom. Right there. Ms. Shaw. Ms. Shaw. Can you turn your camera on, please? We'll come back to you.
Your Honor, if it is any consolation, I will note that Ms. Shaw is currently in trial this week.
This Ms. Shaw that's on here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she contact the court? Okay. Put her back in the waiting room. We'll come back. Let's go to Severand. Good afternoon. Client with you?
I was in contact with his mother this morning, and she said he would be attending Zoom this afternoon. And I've been trying to call him and text him, but he don't answer. There's an issue, Judge, I need to. This is a good time to bring it up.
No, let's first try to get him on.
Thank you.
What I'm gonna do, we'll come back to you. Try to get him on. I know he's not responding to you. Try to reach out to him maybe one more, maybe two more times. I don't know. Try to get him on, but I'll come back to you. Okay. All right, let's move to Boykins. Ms. Boykins, if you would turn your camera on, please. Thank you.
Yes, I was trying to.
We're
Good
on the
afternoon.
record in 24 CCR 242103, stated Texas versus Courtney Rochelle Boykins. Mr. Keen, if you'd give the court an update.
Yes, Your Honor. All of the discovery is in on this matter. I believe there is a breath discovery packet awaiting my pickup at the DA's office. In addition to that, Ms. Boykins is scheduled for a TRAS to see if she'd be eligible for a pretrial intervention. That is on July the 7th, I believe.
That's my understanding as well. The opportunity to TRAS was extended before the motion to revoke from probation, but our deputy chiefs are aware of this violation, and perhaps things might change after next Tuesday, but as of right now, that is the current state of affairs.
Okay. All right, Counselor, thank you for the update. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Wakaba. Ms. Boykins, you're free to go.
If I may, I do have a updated discovery compliance log to give to you.
We're on the record in 24 CCR 239429, stated Texas versus Sierra Alexandra Rubalcaba. Counselor, why don't you give the court an update?
Judge, Representative Ms. Rubalcaba, we've been working on the negotiation with prosecutors, and today they just gave us the third disc, and instead of 3, it wasn't uploading before, and so now we just give us some new evidence, as well as we're going to submit a PTI application, and we haven't gotten that finished yet.
Next court date is on August 7th. Try to get everything, the PTI turned in, and try to have a TRAS done before then, if the TRAS is offered.
With every PTI, I guess it's up to the prosecutors.
Yeah, that's up to them. Anything from the state?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go. Hernandez. Andrew Hernandez, are you filling in for Rustin? Or is that your case? Oh,
Rustin's listed as the attorney on it for some reason, but it's always been Scott's.
Yeah.
can you update that? We'll get that fixed now. Come on up. Ms. Rubalcaba, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
He is great.
Mr. Hernandez, if you would turn your camera on, please. Thank you. We're on the record in 24 CCR 238-916, State of Texas versus Andrew Hernandez. Go ahead and give me an update.
And I've received a discovery. He's given me an offer that the client has accepted. There's some conditions that he needs to finish. I spoke to him earlier. Some of the conditions, I resent some information. I could help him finish that, Your Honor. So we're in the middle of that, and I'll get all that information once I'm done. Plus, there's one more step after all that's done, so to make sure.
And then case will be dismissed.
That's right, Your Honor, standard UCW treatment.
Okay.
So should be off your docket soon, hopefully.
And we've spoken, so I'll talk to him again after this, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Thank you for the update. You're free to go. When? Mr. Hecker?
How are you?
I'm good, Mr. Hecker. Can you turn your camera on, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 241-099, State of Texas versus Carolyn Nguyen. Mr. Hecker, if you'd give the court an update.
Yes, we have plea bargained, and we're in the process of having a plea bargain. We have a counter, and I think that within the next 30 days, we'll have this thing resolved.
Okay, let's see. So you'll have it resolved before the next status conference on August 7th?
Yes.
All right. State?
Nothing to add, Your Honor.
Thank you for the update, Mr. Hecker. You and your client.
sir.
Go.
Thank you.
Marquez. Yes. Put him back in the waiting room. Let's move on. Kaiser. Flood. We're on the record in 24 CCR 242157, State of Texas versus Mohammed Kaiser. Mr. Flood, if you would give the court a status update on this case.
Your Honor, the state's going to be dismissing this case after defendant completes a BIP course.
State.
That's correct, Your Honor. It's my understanding based off communication with counsel that the defendant is still in the process of completing those sessions.
How many sessions does he have left?
He's scheduled to finish it September 25th, so it's going to be a while, Judge.
Okay.
I think he has 16 left, if I recall correctly.
The trial date for this is in November.
Yeah, so we're good. In
Yes.
fact, he should be done by pretrial conference.
Yes, that's
All right.
correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Flood, for the update. I guess we'll see you back on 8/7. I assume we'll have the same status on that date.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Gonzalez. We're on the record in 24 CCR 241009, State of Texas versus Tony Gonzalez. Mr. Bryant, how are you? I'm doing well. Good to see you. Would you mind giving me an update on the case?
Going on, got another office. We're considering that clients from the cases first job and all of that, so maybe we'll have it done by August 7th. We have one more status, I think, before we get to pre-trial. I think we have it done by then.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bryant, thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
See you.
Good to see you as well. Shafiq. Come back. Philip. That's right. Mr. Phillip.
Yes.
Your attorney is in trial and will be unable to attend today's status hearing. Thus, I am passing the hearing. You are free to go.
Okay.
You're free to leave.
Thank you.
Hernandez. Ms. Hernandez, if you would turn your camera on, please. Thank you. We're on the record in 24 CCR 238209, State of Texas versus Roxanne Hernandez. Mr. Taylor, go ahead and give me an update.
Good afternoon, Judge. Thank you for your time. I was had a discussion earlier with ADA Hearn, and I see a possible suppression issue with this case that I may have to set for a suppression hearing, Judge.
Okay. Do you want to? Have you filed a motion to suppress yet?
I have not. I wanted to run it by Mr. Hearn first to see if we can possibly see where his stance was, to see if we could possibly avoid a suppression hearing and come up with something else. but I have not filed that motion yet, Judge.
Okay. So here's what I'd like you to do. File your motion. Once
Okay.
it's on file, we'll give you a court date. And then you need to give us an idea of how much time you're in need for your suppression hearing.
Yes, I will, Judge.
Okay. State?
Yes, that's correct. Mr. Taylor emailed me before our docket today, just kind of outlining some of the issues he thought that there was. Admittedly, I haven't looked at the video in a month or so, so I need to refresh it. I'm gonna take a look at it today, and I'll send him an email back. But assuming that I don't find any issues, the state will be ready for a suppression hearing.
Okay. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Padron. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235-862, State of Texas versus Andrea Kaylee Drew Padron. Mr. Lazarine, you'd give the court an update.
Afternoon, Judge. I think we've got a plea agreement worked out. In this case, I spoke with Mr. Vinson this morning and afternoon and Ms. Padron as well. So.
Do you want to set it for a plea then?
Yes, sir. What's the best way to get plea dates?
Well, I'll give you one right now.
Excellent.
How about next Tuesday?
If that's good with Ms.
9 a.m.
Padron.
plea docket.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm out next week.
You're out next week, okay?
Yes, sir.
How about the 27th? June 27th in the morning at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
That work for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll see you then, June 27th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On wider. Okay. All right, let's go to the top of the docket. Nowlin. Well, let's go one at a time. We'll start with Javian. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 241-528, State of Texas versus Javian Nowlin. Counselor, why don't you give me an update?
My understanding is the state is still considering that. Additionally, this case seems to be in limbo also because my understanding is the state is not able to contact the complainant with this case.
Okay.
Going to monkey wrench of the thing.
Based on the notes left by ADA Vincent, that seems to be correct. The CW can't be contacted. So the PTI application has been made, and it looks like it's in the middle of being reviewed. The only other thing I would add to that is, I think ADA Vincent had some discovery compliance, 3914 acknowledgements that he just wanted to make sure the court had signed today.
That's fine. You can approach with those. All right. Thank you for the update. Let's move on to Jalen. We're on the record in 24 CCR 241-529, State of Texas versus Jalen Keon Nolan. Go ahead.
Yes, the status is the same for Javion, in that this has been a PTI package under review, and the state has lost contact with the complainant.
Okay. All right, we'll see what happens. Next court date is pretrial on August 21st. I assume we'll know where this case is headed by then. Okay, thank you. You and your clients are free to go. Let's go back to Shaw. Ms. Shaw?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay, there we go. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240805, State of Texas versus Corolla Shaw. Ms. Shaw, if you'd give the court a status update.
Your Honor, I believe that we are seeking a setting for this Friday at 9 a.m. for a plea.
Okay, well, I think we can accommodate that. And we'll put you on this Friday at 9 a.m. for a plea.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I apologize for the technical difficulty earlier.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'll see you at 9 a.m. this Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. You're free to go. Simmerand. I saw Mr. Tang. There he is. Hides behind Mr. Hearn over there. Do we have him, Sarah? Nope. Any luck?
I called him, I texted him, and I called his mom. His mom says, she said he was going to be on Zoom this morning and right now, but she says she can't. She called him and he answered her apparently, but not me. But she says, well, I can't really do anything because I'm at work. So, and there's other issues with the case because there was a plea and the mom has been acting as the messenger between Mr. Severin and I. There was a plea offer, actually, I was told accepted last status. Unfortunately, that has been, yes, Mr. Severin changed his mind according to mom. So I wanted to talk to him, but so far from the very beginning of the case, when I attempted to contact him until now, there's just no contact, no response at all. Text, calls. The only way is through the mom, but then apparently the mom is.
Okay.
I may file a motion to withdraw, Judge. If we're going to trial, there's no one can go to trial without talking.
I understand.
That seems to be the case.
Well, you do what you need to do, but right now, do I have a motion from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would move for bond forfeiture.
Bailiff? If you need to file a motion to withdraw, I understand, file your motion, but. It's an FTA.
No answer at 326.
Thank you. New bond set at, or bond is set at 3,000.
Very well.
You're free. Yes, you are. You're free to go.
I'll let his mom know. And
All right. All right, let's go back to Marquez. Mr. Owen, or Mr. Campbell, I'm sorry, Mr. Campbell. Can you hear me? Mr. Campbell, can you hear me? Mr. Campbell, can you hear me?
I can, Judge.
All right. I assume that is your client sitting behind you?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 242227, State of Texas versus Jahel Emilio Marquez. Mr. Campbell, if you'd give me an update.
Judge, I believe we're going to resolve this case. The defendant and I have talked about the case. The state has offered a deferred adjudication. We would be willing to accept that. So I think we can put the case onto a plea docket.
Okay, how about next Tuesday at 9 a.m.?
Can't do it that day, Judge. I'm going to be in Brazoria County.
Okay. How about this Friday at 9 a.m.?
Could we do next Friday at 9 a.m.?
No, that's not gonna work. Let's see here. Yeah, no, not next Friday. How about the 27th?
Yes, Judge,
All right, 27th at 9 a.m.
of June.
of June,
Yep.
correct.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Campbell. You and your client are free to go. We'll see you on June 27th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Shafiq. States.
Bond forfeiture.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Bonds are at 329.
Thank you. New bond set at $1,500.
Your Honor.
Prior conditions issued on August 30th of 24 shall remain in place. Wider. Date.
State moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor, and the state has additional conditions that are not on the original bond.
Go ahead.
Bonds are at 332.
New bond set at 2,500. All right, what are your conditions?
Yes, Your Honor, this defendant has an additional felony file, so we're asking for some of the same conditions that are on that file as well, which includes a no contact with the complainant in this matter, as well as that he is to remain in the county, not possess any firearms, and that he is to report to probation.
You want him to remain in Fort Bend County?
Correct. Which is the same as his felony case.
You want the prohibited from entering 2806 still in place?
Correct.
What's the complainant's name?
Jessica Witter, same last name.
Date of
Jessica-
birth?
One second. July 21st, 1986.
All right, all that's granted.
Thank you.
Oyinda Sola. Oyo Rendi. Yeah, we're no stats. Let's go ahead and close out Zoom.